Hey guys, I know I just put out a video earlier this week on I'm Still Playing, but I wanted to make you guys aware of a bug that I have discovered, and it's not I have discovered, my friend and I have discovered together, that could have some fairly dire consequences for your video card. So here's what's going on. Okay, so the problem is, as you can imagine, in the settings, and specifically the display settings. Now, if you're playing borderless windowed, as most people are, and you may have turned off VSync here, right? Because you've got a G-Sync monitor or something cool, so you're like, hey, I want VSync completely off. Now, you'll notice that when VSync is off, uncapped is the frame rate limit. And this is an issue. We had uncapped actually in Orcs Must Die 3 as well, and we immediately started getting reports of people's video cards overheating. And after about 2 hours of play, we have found, a buddy of mine and myself had found that your video card can quite likely overheat and cause the game to crash, and could potentially damage the card as well. But it will definitely cause crashes after a couple of hours of play, or at least I should say it's highly likely that you'll cause crashes. So you're like, okay, cool, no problem. Well, let's not set it to uncapped. Let's set it to, I don't know, something reasonable, 120 or 60 or whatever it is. So you set your frame rate limit to 60. Awesome, no problem. The problem is that when you exit the game, this option is not serialized correctly, at least as near as we can tell. So here we are back in the game again, just having brought it right back up after having closed it down. And let's take a look at the settings. Okay, here we are, and let's go back to settings and back to display mode. And as you can see, the frame rate limit is back to uncapped. So what does this mean? Well, this means that if you run with VSync off, and even if you decide to cap your frame rate, which you definitely should if you're running with VSync off, then you need to reset this every time you come back in the game until they fix this bug and correctly serialize this value out. So that's really the bug or the issue. It's not so much that they don't allow you to cap your frame rate. They do. The issue is that they're not saving this, and so it gets reset back to uncapped every time that you exit and then re-enter the game. And you'll find yourself, again, after a couple of hours play, quite likely your video card will have crashed, most likely from overheating. We've certainly seen this to be the case with some NVIDIA cards. And of course, there are settings within the card software itself to limit this as well. So there are some ways around this. But I just want you guys to be aware of it so that you can make sure and take the appropriate measures. And that's pretty much it. If you found this tip useful or helpful, or if you like the content of the channel in general, be sure and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.